Hi guys, Trev here with another episode of Mac in 10 or Less. Today we're going to be reviewing an app that I've actually done a video on in the past, but they've recently renamed their application and added a few more features, so I'm going to do an update video basically. And that app is called ClearDay, formerly known as Weather HD, so it's a weather app. Down here we can see our system requirements, which is Snow Leopard basically. That's a pretty old operating system, so most of us should have that. And then down here, the customer ratings, we can see out of about 3,700 ratings, we have pretty close to 3,200 of them are in the 5 and 4-star category. So people are really liking this app. I really like it. I think it's great. They have a ton of features, and I've been using it for actually almost a year now. So let's launch it by typing ClearDay in my spotlight. And here it is. We're going to open up straight to New York City, which is the default city. And we can see the local time there is 3:30, and we have weather conditions down here. 37 degrees Fahrenheit, the high temp, the low temp, humidity, precipitation, and then also kind of the wind gauge down here in the bottom. So that's really great if you live in New York City, but I don't. So I'm going to open the Preferences tab and click Add New City. And I'm going to type in Denver, and we see there's actually a few Denvers that it found in here, but I'm talking of course about Denver, Colorado. So I'm going to click that one and add it. And so the way the application works is when you first open it, it will display the city that is at the top of this list. So right now we have New York City being displayed. I want to drag Denver to the top, and so we still have New York. I click these arrows left and right to get from city to city. But if I close that and come over here and reopen it, now it will open straight to Denver instead of opening straight to New York. So that's how you do that. Let's get down into the weather forecasting. So we have a daily forecast. We can see what the temperature in the forecast is right now. Then later today we can see they're expecting thunderstorms, and this animation is really fantastic. It never gets old. I love seeing it. So the thunderstorm for later today, you can see Thursday is going to be kind of cloudy. Friday is going to be kind of cloudy. It's pretty much going to be cloudy the rest of the week in Denver, Colorado. We'll go back to today. And then later on we can see, if we click the 3 hourly, we can see forecast every 3 hours starting basically right now. So at noon it was sunny. 3 hours later it got cloudy, and then at 6 o'clock tonight we're supposed to be getting thunderstorms. Some of my favorite animations are actually nighttime animations, so let's try and find one. Here we go. So this is at midnight basically, and it's going to be raining, and we have an overhead view of city lights. So that's actually really cool to look at. I love these animations. They never get old. They're high definition. They're just fantastic. So other features on this home page, we have maps. If we click this map button, we have the map slide out, and we have a map view, and we have a satellite view. I prefer the map view because it shows you state lines. And we can view clouds basically up here. We can view radar or temperature, dew, humidity, all of this stuff. And then also we have tomorrow's forecast for these things that can be displayed on the map as well. So temperature for tomorrow, dew for tomorrow. We can see the predicted wind rates for tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. Right next to map we have a moon calendar basically, and this isn't really so useful to me, but it's just kind of a cool add-on. I don't really care about most of these, but it is kind of cool to know that the next full moon will be on April 15th. So I don't know, maybe you plan a romantic date for April 15th and stay up till 1:45 in the morning. I don't know. And then the third feature is actually really cool, really useful. One of the reasons I recommend this app, and it's for severe weather alerts. And right now there are none for Denver, but if I scroll back to New York City, there actually is one for New York right now, and that is for a wind advisory. And so under the severe weather alerts tab, it'll kind of give you a description of what the severe weather alert is, and then it will also give you precautionary actions, or suggestions for how to stay safe during this weather alert, which I think is really cool. Safety first, and that's one of the reasons I like this app. So that is awesome. Let's see what else. It's important to note that this app has locations, over 2.5 million weather locations all around the world. So I could add, for example, Melbourne. We'll type that in. There's a few of those around the world, but we want the one in Australia. It's pretty cool. So I can drag that to the top of the list and it will immediately open to that program, or I can just scroll over. Here's Melbourne right now. It's 6:30 in the morning. It's pretty early over there, but it's 64 degrees, which is nice and warm. So yeah, you can use this app in North America, South America, Europe, Australia, Asia, pretty much, you know, anywhere you wanted to. They got tons of locations. But this app, although it has all these great features, it's also really, really easy to use, and it runs in the background no matter what you're doing. So I can close this window, and we can see up here I have a little icon in my desktop toolbar, and it basically is telling me the temperature for Melbourne, Australia, and that's because that's the city at the top of my list. So if I look, it says cloudy and 64. So no matter what I'm doing, maybe I'm over here in my Safari, I got Google up and running, and I just want to look up top and see, oh, it's 64 degrees out. So that's cool. I can click it once and get a pop-down menu, and click Melbourne and get a pop-down for that. Click that to close. Maybe I want to view Denver, get a pop-down for that. So that's really cool. Maybe for New York, you can see New York is over here in red, so that means there's a weather advisory alert for New York City, and Denver and Melbourne are just normal gray, so nothing special going on in those two areas. They're actually the same temperature. That's kind of cool. So yeah, really easy to use. And then if you ever want to just open the full window, you just click Open ClearDay, and boom, opens straight up to Melbourne because that's the one at the top of my list. Now I just changed it to Denver, so it actually didn't change the top because they're the same temperature, but I'll drag, there we go. So yeah, and then there's a ton of other advanced options in here. You can view the dew point, heat index, wind chill, sunrise, sunset, and all of that information will be displayed right down here. If you want to know that stuff, I don't really need to know that. You can change the wind speed, miles per hour, kilometers per hour, etc., etc. Then there's just some other small options as far as, you know, the size of that time right up there, 24-hour clock, all sorts of stuff. So overall, it's a great app. I really love the animations that they give you, especially the nighttime ones. If you view the ones at night, they're fantastic. They look really cool. This is a really cool one right here. The thunderstorm one is obviously super cool. And also I love that it gives you severe weather alerts by displaying this in red, and then also if you click on severe, you can get an in-depth description. So I highly like this app, and I would suggest anyone who spends a good amount of time outdoors get this app. It is $3.99 on the App Store, but that's a small price to pay. Especially since you buy it once, you have it for life. I've been using this app for almost a year now, and I love it. So yeah, that is ClearDay. Let us know in the comments below if you have used this app before, if you like it, if you plan to use it, what you're excited about. And then also, if you have any apps that you want me to review in the future, I do free apps, I do paid apps. If it's a really expensive one, but I get enough requests to review that app, then I'll be happy to purchase it and do a quick review of it. And that is pretty much it. So thanks for tuning in to another episode of Mac in 10 or Less. We'll see you next time.